Wait, what? Did the world's biggest fashion show just choose BTS's Jungkook as its ultimate star? Before we dive into this shocking story, make sure you like this video, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel Jungkook Lover so you don't miss the biggest updates about Jungkook and global pop culture. Because what happened today has left fans, designers, and even the fashion industry completely stunned. Why Jungkook? Why now? And what secret move could change not only fashion, but the entire entertainment world? Some insiders say this decision could redefine the relationship between K-pop and luxury fashion forever. Others whisper there's an even bigger surprise hiding behind the scenes. So what really happened? How did Jungkook suddenly become the center of the most powerful runway in the world? Stay with us, because this story is far bigger than anyone expected. The global shock. When the world's biggest fashion show chose Jungkook the moment the rumor appeared online, the internet did something it rarely does anymore. It stopped. For a split second that felt almost impossible in today's non-stop digital storm. Timelines froze, group chats exploded, and millions of fans stared at their screens asking the same question in disbelief. Could it really be true? Had the biggest fashion show on earth just chosen Jungkook from BTS as its star? At first, many people assumed it was another viral rumor. After all, the internet has seen countless exaggerated headlines before. But this one felt different. The whispers were coming from insiders, fashion editors, event organizers, people who rarely spoke publicly but suddenly seemed unable to contain the news. And then the confirmations began to arrive one after another, quietly, slowly, but unmistakably. The world of fashion, an industry famous for its exclusivity and carefully guarded secrets, had apparently made a decision that no one saw coming. They had chosen Jungkook, not just as a guest, not just as a celebrity attendee sitting in the front row, but as the star, the face, the centerpiece. And suddenly the question spreading. Across social media platforms, newsrooms, and fan communities everywhere became unavoidable. Why Jungkook? Because in the world of high fashion, choices like this are never random. They are strategic, calculated, and often symbolic. Fashion shows at the highest level are more than just displays of clothing. They are statements about culture, power, influence, and the direction the industry wants to move next. Choosing Jungkook wasn't simply selecting a famous singer, it was sending a message that many people believe signals a new era. For years, the global fashion industry had flirted with the influence of K-pop. Designers invited idols to attend shows. Luxury brands collaborated with Korean celebrities. Magazine covers began featuring Asian artists more frequently than ever before. But even with all those changes, the most prestigious fashion events still remained firmly rooted in tradition. Until now. Because according to insiders who witnessed the internal discussions, the moment Jungkook's name appeared on the shortlist, the atmosphere inside the room changed completely. Some executives were immediately excited. Others were cautious, a few were skeptical. But one fact quickly became impossible to ignore. Jungkook's influence had reached a level that few global celebrities could match. His performances attracted millions. His social media posts triggered worldwide trends within minutes. His style choices often sold out products within hours. And perhaps most importantly, he represented a new generation of global cultural power, the kind that doesn't belong to a single country anymore. The kind that belongs to the internet. The kind that belongs to fans. And those fans, known across the world as ARMY, are not just casual supporters. They are one of the most powerful and organized fan communities in modern entertainment history, which means that inviting Jungkook into the center of the fashion world was not just a creative decision, it was a global event waiting to explode. But here is where the story becomes even more mysterious. Because according to people close to the event's planning team, Jungkook wasn't the only name considered. Several Hollywood icons were reportedly discussed. A-list actors, supermodels, international pop stars, all of them famous, all of them influential. And yet somehow, the conversation kept circling back to one person, Jungkook. Why? That question is exactly what has turned this announcement into one of the most talked about stories across entertainment, fashion, and music media worldwide. Some fashion analysts believe the answer is simple. Jungkook represents the future, not just of music, but of global culture. He is an artist who grew up in the age of digital fandoms, streaming platforms, and borderless audiences. His popularity is not limited by geography or language in the same way previous generations of stars were. When Jungkook releases music, fans in Seoul, Los Angeles, Jakarta, Paris, and Sao Paulo experience the moment simultaneously. When Jungkook appears at an event, cameras from every major media outlet instantly turn toward him. And when Jungkook walks into a room, something unusual happens. People watch closely. That level of attention is exactly what the fashion industry thrives on. Runway shows are not just about fabric and design. They are about moments. Moments that travel across the internet within seconds. Moments that create headlines. Moments that make the world stop and look. And if there is one thing Jungkook has proven again and again, it is that he knows how to create moments. But even with all these explanations, many fans still believe something bigger may be happening behind the scenes. Because the timing of this announcement is curious that Jungkook's solo career has been reaching extraordinary heights. His global chart performance has surprised even industry veterans. His stage presence continues to evolve in ways that critics describe as both powerful and unpredictable. And now, just as the world begins asking what his next artistic move might be, the fashion world suddenly places him at the center of its biggest stage. Coincidence or strategy? Some insiders hint that this collaboration could go far beyond a single appearance. Rumors have started circulating about exclusive partnerships, luxury brand campaigns, even creative roles that could allow Jungkook to influence the visual direction of future fashion projects. If that turns out to be true, it would mark a dramatic shift in how the fashion industry collaborates with global music icons. But perhaps the most fascinating reaction to this news has come from the fans themselves. Within minutes of the story breaking, hashtags related to Jungkook began trending worldwide. Fan edits appeared across TikTok and Instagram. Old photos of Jungkook's fashion moments resurfaced. Clips of his stage outfits went viral again. It was as if the entire fandom had instantly recognized the significance of the moment. Because to them, Jungkook stepping into the world's biggest fashion show isn't just another celebrity appearance. It feels like a statement, a recognition. Proof that the cultural influence of K-pop has finally reached a level that can reshape industries far beyond music. And yet, despite all the excitement, one question still lingers quietly in the background. A question that no official statement has fully answered. What exactly will Jungkook do at this fashion show? Will he walk the runway, perform live, reveal a collaboration, or unveil something the world hasn't even imagined yet? The organizers remain strangely silent about the details, and that silence has only made the mystery grow stronger. Because when an event this big keeps its secrets so carefully, it usually means one thing: something extraordinary is being planned. And if history has taught us anything about Jungkook, it's that when he steps onto a stage, whether it's a concert arena or a global fashion runway, he rarely does anything ordinary. Which brings us to the question now dividing fans across the internet. Is this simply a fashion appearance? Or could this moment mark the beginning of Jungkook's transformation into something even bigger than a global pop star? And if the world's most powerful fashion stage truly becomes Jungkook's new playground, what could he possibly do next that no one is ready for?